Thank you, Mr. Peterson. First wanted to thank you for everything you are doing for the, not just the black community, not all, but most of the black community. You've helped them at least see the light, even if they reject it.
Right. Thank you. You're welcome.
But also, yes, sir, also for the white community, to help them to stop being scared to speak out, which is, you know, what I view as what you say, uniting the races of truth instead of dividing them with lies.
Yep.
Initially, you know, I was a big fat beta.
Beta!
I was a big fat 400-pound beta, and decided that, you know, after you kind of showed me the light, you know, I was going to go and forgive my mother, which I did. Also forgave my father for not handling her the right way, and being a good example. And what I did was, in 5 months, I lost 180 pounds.
Wow.
I joined the military, the Navy, and you know, completely turned my life around. Stopped having sex out of wedlock. Stopped, you know, being all into the black thing, as you say. You know, and being, you know, being of the world. You know, I took all my thoughts into captivity for once, and
yes,
you know, I can't really describe to people the difference. You know,
yes,
it was instant. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, you know, I still struggle with this, I still struggle with that, but you know, I can't tell you how immediate it is. You might have certain thoughts that might come up, but you know, people think that you'll never have any struggles. Like when you say it's instant, like all of a sudden everything's done. But what it really is like, you know, everything is, you're able to identify all the wrong in the world, all the evil that's trying to attack you and trying to manipulate you. You know, the ego of the woman, being an emotional man and not being logical and thinking of the past and the future. You know, you're able to filter that through God's love.
Amazing.
Which I wasn't able to do before. So.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, so, I mean, all credit to you. I mean, I obviously put it into practice, but without you, I wouldn't have turned around. I would have been a big, fat, you know, beta black male.
beta black male.
Yes, sir. So,
big, fat beta black male.
Oh, yeah. Big, fat. I'll eat the cow, the cabbage, the house cat, the dog, everything.
Amazing.
So I lost weight like 90 going north. And, you know, as soon as I heard your word, I said, what the? But then all of a sudden,
oh, man.
As time went on, you know, I was like, wow, you know, this guy's making sense. And he is, you know, his word is amazing, you know. So big thank you for that.
You're welcome, Nigel.
Yes, sir. I guess my biggest question, or, you know, my most prominent question, I could ask you 1,000 and pick your brain all day, but, you know, my most prominent question is, like, if you do have certain, you know, issues throughout life, certain things that kind of present themselves, and, you know, if someone says something and you feel yourself about to react to something and you say, hold on, you know, this is the devil trying to attack me. This isn't me. This is just, you know, I'm not my thoughts. This isn't who I am. And you try to remove yourself from that situation. Do you consider that like a sin? And at what level do you really feel like you have anger or worry or doubt? Like, at what point do you think it becomes a sin and you know, Satan's kind of won that battle?
Well, it only becomes a sin when you give in to hate. When you start hating, right, or resentment or anger, is all sin because you're playing God. But now that you are awake, and you can only feel anger if you believe a lie, meaning that if you believe your thoughts about the person or the situation or yourself. So now that you're awake, you're going to find yourself still believing thoughts sometimes because you're not seeing them all the way yet. So when you do feel believe a thought and you feel anger or fear or doubt or whatever, just relax. Don't overreact, and just you'll see what you're thinking, and you'll overcome that feeling, because the moment when you see that thought, it will pass. So just relax in the pain, continue to do what's in front of you, you'll be fine.
Heck yeah, I appreciate that.
And then eventually, the light of God, which is allowing you to see the thoughts because you can't see them on your own, he will take you further. The real you, further and further away from your thoughts, and eventually those thoughts will be gone so far away from you that you will barely remember that you used to be into thoughts. After a while, they won't be an issue.
Yeah, I'm not into that black thing anymore. You know, I don't look at white people like, you know, an enemy. You know, all the black people that try to like rope me in, you know, even at my job, you know, I'm in the Navy, I'm in Coronado, California. You know, these guys will say, hey, man,
hold on for a minute, Nigel. I'm sorry. Nigel, yes, hold on. Let me take a quick break. Nigel, I really appreciate your testimony, man. You're perfect as to what happens when you overcome that fallen state.
Yes, sir. And I appreciate, I mean, it's equally, you know, there's so much appreciation of you, you know, especially as a young black man, a young black American. Let me put that first and foremost.
Right.
But, you know, I'll be quick because I know, I mean, you've given us so much time, and we, you know, I'm sure we all appreciate that.
Yes.
I just want to say, you know, I was you know, I'm a mixed baby, as they would call it, as you would call it, a mess.
What a mess.
What a mess for sure. You know, I don't know how it happened, but my mom was some white girl from Texas, and my dad was, you know, a Nigerian from Mommy Africa.
What?
And what I know, and somehow they found each other and they made babies, and it was hell to pay. I had hell to pay for it. My dad was a super beta, and my mom was a beta female.
Yeah.
And they made a beta baby, as you would call it.
Oh,
it took
God.
me about 25 to overcome it. But, you know, I just want to tell any black listeners that are calling, any black Americans, black people from Mommy Africa, Zimbabwe, as you call it, you know, any of these S-hole countries and all these places that, you know, the government has ruined them and all this different stuff, man. If you're listening right now, you need to drop that anger. I know you're probably hearing what he's saying, and you're thinking, oh, man, I'm a black guy, you know, he's not a part of me, he doesn't love me, but love is truth. Love is telling you about yourself and not feeding your ego, not allowing people to be in that fallen state, as you say. So, I mean, the people that are like Democrats and all, you know, even, you know, other white people, black people, all these people in America that are saying they want to help black people, really all they're doing is holding you down and telling you things that you want to hear so that you don't revolt because they feel bad for something that they didn't do, and they want you to, you know, basically just help keep you in that fallen state while they get all that money and get your vote and then put policies in place to screw you up even more, screw up generation after generation. They're not there to help you. They never were, and they never will. And as long as you keep feeding your own ego and thinking that there's nothing wrong and shaking, you know, like whatever her Lizzo shaking her big fat nasty butt, as you call it, on TV and being all disgusting and being a slut like Cardi B and all that Megan the Stallion, and you know she's really like Megan the cow, but you know all these nasty females that you're following, all these, you know, so-called black leaders, as Jesse calls it, they're not going to help you. They're not there to help you. They don't love you, and if they did, they would give you the tools and resources that they have to be in the positions of power that they are, so that they can keep you down the way they're keeping you. So stop listening to them, grow up, be a man, and get over your mother and stop being like mama.
Amazing. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that, and call me again. I wish you well. An amazing testimony. So when you do get caught up in the thought, because you're growing from baby to adult in the spirit, in the same way you grow in the physical. So just don't freak out. Relax. God is with you. And just continue what you're doing. You'll be fine.
Yes, sir. I will. You know, I'll continue to call back.
Okay.
Hopefully, just to talk crap to liberal betas. But you know, I'll pick your brain every now and again.
Yes, sir. Good to hear from you.
You too, sir. Have a great day.
You too. Amazing. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the Jesse Lee Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.